Hi guys, my name is Matthew, and today we're going to learn about the types of triangles. Does anyone know what a triangle is?
What's a triangle?
Well, a triangle, you might have learned before, has three sides, you know? And triangle also can be broken up. So I don't want to surprise you, but there's some English in this. Does anyone know what tri means? Like tricycle?
Me.
Oh, what's tri?
Three.
Three, yeah, like tricycle or triathlete if you do three sports, running, swimming, and biking. And it has three angles. So angles, does anyone know what an angle is?
The measure between two sides?
Oh yeah, that's good. So an angle is the distance between two sides. You can think of no angle as 0 degrees or a full angle as 180 degrees. So angles can be anywhere on this line from 0 degrees to 180 degrees. And we call angles small, middle, and big, but we have some fancier words for them. A small angle, which is less than this middle line, has an angle of less than 90. This middle line is 90 degrees. And we call those small angles acute. You can think of them as cute, so they're called acute. And if they're bigger than 90 degrees, we call them obtuse. Obtuse angles are big, more than 90 degrees. And if they're right in the middle, we call them just right. Middle angles are right angles. So, these triangles can be classified based on their angles. If you have a triangle with all small angles, what are small angles called again?
Cute.
Acute, that's right. So 3 small angles makes an acute triangle. Now, if we have one just right angle, then what is this right angle called?
Just right triangle.
Yep, right angle and right triangle. It's in the name, right? Just right makes right triangle. And now if we have a big angle, what are these big angles called?
Obtuse.
That's right, an obtuse angle makes an obtuse triangle. So we can also classify triangles by their sides, which is maybe what you learned triangles as when you were younger, sides. Now, if a triangle has 2 sides, which are roughly the same, they look roughly the same or they're exactly the same, it's called an isosceles triangle, okay? Isosceles. And these 2 sides are exactly the same. Now, if we have a triangle with 3 equal sides, we call it equilateral.
Equal.
Equal, that's good.
I thought it was equilateral, not equilateral.
Well, English is weird, and you'll learn that later in the day, I guess. But, so 2 sides that are the same is isosceles, and 3 sides that are same is equilateral. Now, these triangles can be characterized first by their angle and their sides. So I'm gonna draw a random triangle, and do you guys wanna help me characterize it? Let's try this one. Now, can somebody help me classify it by the angles first?
Is it a right triangle?
Well, that's close, but we can look at this big angle. Does anyone remember what the big angle triangles are called?
Obtuse.
Right here. Yep, obtuse. So we can call this an obtuse. And can someone help me classify it by the sides?
Equilateral.
Well, that's close too, but these 2 sides are the same, but this one is different. So what do we call it when 2 of the sides are the same?
Isosceles.
Isosceles.
That's great. So we can call it an obtuse isosceles triangle. And you see we take 1 categorization from the angle and 1 more from the sides. Yes, Cyrus?
So what happens when no sides are the same?
Oh, that's a very good question. Now we call that scaling. When nothing is the same, scaling. And that's perfect because now I have a mnemonic for y'all, okay? So, everybody give yourself a check mark because you're getting this all right.
Mnemonic.
What is it?
To help you remember it. Okay, right triangle, right angle for right triangle. Everyone hold up your right triangle. Okay, big angles make obtuse triangles. Do this. Small angles make acute triangles. Now, triangles with the same sides are isosceles. Make a peace sign. And then triangles that have all the same sides are equilateral. So try and remember this order of hand signs, okay?